Hey everybody, looks like we're going. Looks like we have volume. Yeah, we do. Alright, cool. Whoops, this game already started. Hopefully we're not first seat. We're not. Good, we're second. Normal timer settings. It's fine. Looks like I've cut the screen off slightly. Let's do that. Alright. Game time. It's time for us to pick. We see an alchemist. Do not understand people's fascination with alchemists on this map, but we really don't like it, but whatever. We'll see. There's all the pass tiles in the game, which is good. There's no 6 coins. There's no priest. There's no temp ship. No priest and no temp ship makes shipping a lot harder. Means there's going to be more priests needed for other stuff. But shipping tends to be really important on this map, so that's kind of all sorts of little awkwardness. We got big buildings into dwellings, into digging, trading posts, or temples and stacked trading posts. Stacked trading posts is a little awkward. There's a lot of coins on the cults again, though, which makes sending priests pretty good. So opening with priests production is really good this game. Yeah, it's kind of the main thing I'm seeing. Don't love alchemists in the game. With all these pass tiles and stronghold in round one, I'm tempted to throw in swarmlings. Swarmlings can often put a dwelling or two, get a couple digs. The temple's not particularly good, but then you build 2 trading posts, you have the pass tiles. I've been wanting to explore swarmlings a bit more on this map, so it could be okay. I don't think it's great. You're going to get 5 points, and then let's say 6, 7, 8, 9, probably nothing. So you're only getting 15 track points. That is pretty bad. But whatever, we'll throw them in. There's a good chance green shows up, and then we're going to see an awkward color wheel, but whatever. Let's just roll with it. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. I don't love it. Another consideration was potentially just throwing in cultists and going like a double temple opening, which could have been fun, but some mic issues, you think. Interesting. As usual, I'm not necessarily changing many settings, but I don't really trust anything, I guess. I assume it means you can hear me, but maybe you're hearing other stuff, and that's the problem. Just a bit staticky. Okay, so it's possible I have it up a little too high. The other problem is my dog is chewing a bone in the background, and there's a decent chance that my mic is picking that up too, which is annoying, but let's maybe try to fix that slightly, I guess. But I'm not sure we're going to be able to totally fix anything, because our dog is just happily going at things right now, and I don't know. But maybe it's okay. Anyhow, we see Chaos Magicians show up. Chaos Magicians, as we showed this morning, are perfectly playable. Chaos can open Sanctuary, maybe get a dwelling or 2, maybe do a little digging. Building another Temple in 4 is really good. Building all your trading posts in the late rounds are good. So I think Chaos are very strong here. Chaos could prove extra strong if they're able to start center again. They probably get the Stronghold tile now. That means Swarmlings are probably not getting the Stronghold tile anymore, because I'm assuming the 4th faction will take Spade. So I'm assuming it's going to go Spade, big building, and then Swarmlings take Worker Power, probably. But we'll see. To me, it's just quiet. Alright. Well, I'm always slightly quiet, and I don't talk loud enough, so that is probably partly my fault. I could try to get a little closer to the mic too. That probably would help. All right, we see Nomads. So the theory of Chaos starting center looks way worse now. 2 streams same day. Yeah, Crix, we're ready to just stream. We're also like, it's a little bit of cathartic release after watching that Packers game. Did not go well. We see if Swarmlings get first here. I think Swarmlings... So I'm assuming it's going to be Swarmlings here and probably run like an abandoned stronghold plan. You could get real greedy as Chaos and start center and then double dig this hex and then go here. But the problem is Alchemist could double dig this on you. I don't think it's good. But if Chaos gets to start center and then dig through here, I think that's quite good for them. But gosh, it is greedy. It's very greedy. So the more sensible thing is Chaos, you just start here. And then you try to get to these hexes. You at least have Sanctuary. You usually beat Nomads to this, but Nomads don't super care about a lot of reds. Hopefully, you can double dig this pretty reliably in this game, because nobody really cares about this hex. And then you should get to this hex. The problem is if Nomads start here, then you might get beat to this, and getting beat to this is awkward. But I still think Chaos are pretty good here. Alchemists, as usual, I just really don't like a lot of what they're up to. Nomads, I don't hate, but I don't really see where you have neighbors this game. And I think that makes it really awkward. I think Swarmlings are potentially still the safest here, but yeah, I don't really understand the Packers. I don't understand a lot of what happened in that game, particularly the ending. I'm not sure Packers made the right choice, but ultimately Packers failed to execute in a big championship game. What's new? That seems to be what we get during the Rodgers era. So, oh well. Yeah, I think I'll vid Swarmlings here. See what happens, but. Bigger issue than Alchemist is Nomad opening strong. So yeah, I do agree. If Nomads open Stronghold, then they have threats to Sandstorm stuff. So I don't think Chaos can start center this game. So I think Chaos do start here. But yeah, Chaos starting here has issues still too, because Nomads could make it a little awkward. More than a little awkward. Nomads definitely can kind of contain you a bit unless you get a bit lucky in your expansion. And again, given that there's no priests and there's no temp shipping, it makes it even harder for Chaos to escape anywhere early. And you really want priest production this game in order to also take advantage of cults. So, I don't know. I still am going to bid on Chaos pretty soon, because I don't think Chaos are that bad here. I think you get a lot of early leeches, Chaos. I think you fairly reliably get to open Sanctuary. I guess, God, it does matter. Depending on who gets Nomads, somebody who gets Nomads might open Stronghold as Nomads. And if they're going to open Stronghold, they might take the Stronghold tile, which then leaves Chaos with the, Spade, but they don't really want the Spade if they're opening Sanctuary, and I think I would prefer to open Sanctuary here. Yeah, I don't see a great way around that. Hey, Gray. So one of my early games on Board Game Arena, I did exactly that. I was not really paying attention. I just clicked the trading post. I paid for it. It was, whatever, 3 workers and 8 coins down the drain instead of a free trading post. Because I wasn't even a cheap one. It was an expensive upgrade. And, oh my god, yeah, that was miserable. But, it happens. You were double dug blocked by the 4th place guy. Trust no one. I mean, I never trust anyone, right? So, yeah, that's, in general, I do suspect people do kind of play against players with high ratings and stuff too, which is totally fair. And there definitely are people that run around Arena that enjoy block moves, I think, more than they should. Which is also, whatever, fine. But, yeah, I don't really trust anyone. It's often why you'll see me trying to bid for relatively safer factions and relatively not taking risks with my hexes. Because, yeah, I think people are willing to often throw their games away for stuff. I am happy to see Nomads getting bid. I don't know if I see the Nomads game plan fully. I mean, there's lots of pass tiles, which is great for Nomads. I guess Nomads could just open Temple for Earth 1. But my awkward thing for Nomads is, where are your neighbors? Because you probably want to start here, but I don't think Chaos are going to start center. So, I guess you're waiting for somebody to get on this hex. And then if you start here, I don't think Chaos joined you. Chaos or Alchemist are probably not joining you, nor Swarmlings. I just don't know where Nomads has neighbors. Nomads are going to build, part of the problem with this map, I think, is Nomads build so much on this kind of, outer edge. They want these... They want, all of this hexes, where the main action on this map is, this stuff. And so I just think they're out of it. I'm going to just bid a little for the easy faction, partly because I want to keep playing them, but you came second by 1 point. Yeah, that's really rough, Ghostly. Sucks when you Sucks when you think you've lost a game because you get blocked. But I'm mostly embedding Swarmlings still, just because I do kind of want to keep playing them on this map. But as I said, I do think they're probably only going to get like 15-ish track points this game, and that's a bit low. But I do think they're going to win the race to 2-key town, which should be pretty important in a game with like alchemists and a game where some factions might open stronghold. We do start to see bids on chaos, which I think is very reasonable. I was definitely close to it. So, hey AP, hope I've had some interesting games lately. I've definitely had some good ones. I streamed a good chaos game this morning where we tied for the win. That one was pretty interesting actually, because as usual with me, I played like crazy high econ. I wound up taking 4 coins, power actions throughout the game. I had a million resources. I paid a lot of victory points to leech. I did not focus on making points early and had to do my classic problem of scrambling for points at the end, but still finding them. So it's always a good time. I always enjoy those games. I also had a really good stream game with Lumen. Lumen's stream game this week was real fun. I had a nice Fjords game with Oren. I should play some more Fjord stuff. I maybe should have just made this game on Fjords and not done an arena, but I'm trying to get some arena games too, so. I really think these Nomads bids are wrong. I mean, I guess I think Nomads are probably still slightly better than Alchemists, but I think they're wrong. I'll pay another for Swarmlings. I don't know. I am still tempted by Chaos quite a bit too, but I think the game plan for Swarmlings is you just build a stronghold here and you completely abandon it. You just let it go. Who cares? And then you aim for maybe a sanctuary town somewhere in here, and I guess Nomads are going to make the north one awkward, so I guess I'll have to consider. I mean, there is still this stronghold town otherwise as an option for Swarmlings, but I'll pay a bit. Chaos are really good on this map. It can't be that bad, but Act 4 is sweet. Yeah, it was pretty sweet. It was a bit silly. I mean, it was a very coin-rich game on the cults and stuff, though, too. I mean, there were coins everywhere, but it was still fun. It's a good one. I'm going to pay a little more for Chaos here. The more I think about it, just broadly, this map is very good for Chaos. I think Chaos should get like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, and then they should have like 25 track points. They should have a lot of pass points as well. They might not have the greatest towns, but they should have decent cults in this game. They should have plenty of early leech. I don't think they get the stronghold tile, but they might. If you get lucky and you beat Nomads to like this hex, I think life's even better. The real question is who takes Alchemist and when, and I really should learn how to play Alchemist on this map, so let's think about it for a sec. You start here, and you get to upgrade first, so you get good leech. You wind up with the... See, part of the problem is you wind up with a crap tile for the first round. You probably start with 4 coins in a cult, which is like so not helpful for alchemists, but I guess that's what you take. Maybe you just take 3 power. I'm not sure. I think you upgrade first, and then what? You buy the priest, you hope to advance ship and get single dig, but Swarmlings and Nomads might take the digs. So I guess you could just open Stronghold Alchemists, but then you have no priest production. See, I hate all of it. I don't like Alchemists on this map, but I should learn how to do it. But I really think they're quite bad in general. So I think in general when you see Alchemists, the other factions probably just get bid like 10 or 15 points before you seriously think about it too long. I mean, if Swarmlings were in the game, I would consider Alchemist a bit more too, because then you might at least be able to like get a sanctuary town right down the center. But part of the problem for Alchemist is your expansion is awkward, your towns are awkward, your neighbors are... I guess neighbors this game are not... Well, even neighbors are a little bit of an issue. I mean, you probably want to be on like these hexes for a town, But I guess you'll have nomads probably on this stuff eventually, or a chaos might be on this eventually. And then you want this hex probably, and then God, but like if nomads start here, like as alchemist, you gotta try to like get like get this hex and this hex in order to like escape out, which you maybe can, but I guess part of the problem is like for alchemists to succeed on this map, I don't think you can get away with like the aggressive early shipping plans. I think you have to get spades power actions, which you can sometimes do, but I don't know. You think everyone will open temple for the priest for expansion and shipping? I think everybody should get temples. I don't disagree. Temples are what we should see, but I really don't trust players I don't know. And from my understanding, this player's played a lot of games, but not rated very highly, right? So like, this sort of player, I think like they're bidding nomads quite a bit. And some players just kind of play the track and they love Nomad's stronghold and the disruption it offers. So I kind of think this might be a stronghold. And then Glummy I've played with a bit, I think. And yeah, Glummy's reasonable. But I'm kind of predicting stronghold nomads. I'm not sure. Again, I also don't know what the nomads... I think these nomad bids are way too much. But we'll see. You think nomads should open stronghold? Yeah, I mean, it's very possible they should. Like, I don't think it's wild for them to do that. I think stronghold will help them get towns. I think stronghold will help them secure hexes that they really want. But not having temple this game is just rough when there's such good coin. Like, being able to convert your priests into so many coins is like really good economy. So like a temple is great economy in this game. It's also great for to just be able to expand at a game that has no temp ship and no priest, and a map that kind of encourages shipping in general. And then just also a lot of cult rewards. Like there's so many uses for priest this game. I think priest production is pretty valuable, but I don't know. I mean, stronghold is good. Part of my problem is like I think starting with a spade is also just quite strong for nomads here. Nomads probably starts here, and you actually might just dig this as your first action of the game in order to get in on the leech party a bit more, and so that you have a guaranteed neighbor, and then you can just build your temple here as nomads, which actually is going to give Swarmlings and Alchemists even more leech than I was thinking about. So maybe I do go back to Swarmlings or even consider Alchemists, because Alchemists... If nomads do this spade onto this tile like I was just talking about, alchemists are going to be next to everybody for upgrades, which is a lot of upgrade. Like, that's a lot of power. I don't know what they're going to use it all on is the trouble, but it's a lot of leech. It's possible you just go for a 5 power priest, I guess. Well, again, you just don't need much shipping early, so I don't know. I'm pretty happy paying a couple more victory points for Chaos at this point. Like, the other factions have been down quite a bit. I guess I am making Chaos closer to Swarmlings than I originally was in the bidding, but I think I'm okay with that. I think after doing the math on the track and the pass tiles for Chaos, and the fact that Chaos probably get most of the scoring tiles they want this game, I think there's a lot here still, but... You've played this setup, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I do think Nomad's taking this hex is very reasonable. But then I do think it leads to a shit ton of leech for these two. Which is where I'm trying to figure out what Alchemists do this game. But it could be pretty good. It could work out just because you have so many resources to start snowballing early. I do think the tough part is still the spades. But maybe nobody cares about single dig in round 1. If nomads are going to go here and do their temple thing, they could single dig another hex, but they could just save up for something else. I don't know. I'm going to pay a couple more points for Swarmlings and Chaos, and then I might get bold enough to finally just play Alchemist on this map and find out how it goes. Snap Alchemists. Yeah, I mean, it could be. We're getting to a point, but... Do Chaos and Nomads get in each other's way much on Fire and Ice? What key hexes are contended in which rounds, assuming starting E2? So if we're starting here, this is potentially under contention if nomads are like crazy enough to start up here and stuff. Like the problem is this hex represents nomads connection and chaos magician's ability to like sneak into other areas. This hex is pretty important for both chaos and nomads don't need it as much, but chaos really like to get this hex so they can take this and then they're connected on both sides. Basically the biggest issue for chaos starting over here is being able to actually get into the east. Because surviving only on hexes over here is pretty rough. But like, especially getting into here, into these reds, is a lot of extra expansion. But nomads might start here this game and immediately threaten this red, which is problems. This hex is potentially long-term problems. So, I don't know. Chaos don't need that many yellow hexes, so it's less nomads. Nomads don't care as much about seeing chaos because there's not that many yellows. Chaos like this yellow, you know, to just like go through here. But otherwise, there's not a lot of yellows that chaos magicians need. But D7 start for chaos. I mean, so starting center chaos this game is still kind of tempting to me because I just don't think the alchemist player is going to touch this hex. I do think your bigger problem is if you start here, nomads might open stronghold and then try to take this hex and this hex. And so like center is definitely dangerous because swarmlings probably take here. I'm assuming swarmlings and alchemists start here, nomads start here, swarmlings take this, nomads potentially take this. And then this hex is your only out. But if you do get these 3 hexes as chaos for your center town, now you also have connection to like all your other hexes for pretty, you know, reasonable. But we just wind up with swarmlings here. The kind of wild card is playing alchemists, so that's a little worrying in terms of it might. Well, it's not that worrying if I just stay far away from them. I think I'm just putting stronghold here and I'm potentially abandoning it. The other option is getting these 3 hexes for a sanctuary town, which is another thing I'm considering. But regardless, one's just going to start there. I expect nomads C5 and G7. I should finally turn the hex codes on again so we can just talk through these and I don't have to try to think about it. I expect nomads here, yes. G7 is probably this. Do I expect nomads here? I don't know. Nomads might start here. I don't really know. Nomads might start like here instead so that they can sandstorm this. I did expect that. This is pretty traditional to give nomads connection opportunities. I think my other one goes here. Alchemists shouldn't start over by us. I don't think. I think they leave us alone. If I can get these 3 hexes for a sanctuary town, which is reasonable. Nomads also do like this for their connection, but if I can sanctuary town here and I can regular town over here, I think that's a pretty good swarmlings game. So we'll see. Sorry if we're still hearing my dog in the background. I'm probably going to take his bone away, but he's being particularly noisy right at the moment. But he's having fun, so I guess whatever. Alchemists do come over here, which was a bit of a concern of mine just because I don't trust this player. I think this hex is literally awful for them. They now basically have to dig this. And then they basically, they have to hope to, like, dig... I guess they dig this and they ship, and then they hope to connect via... I mean, they kind of need these hexes to connect now. They also, like, are never getting over here for early expansion. How do alchemists expand this game is my question, I guess. Like, they don't even have double dig options. But, whatever. The thing here is, like, now we can just bridge, and we still have 4 hexes for a town pretty safely. The only risk is if alchemists, like, beat us here. Alchemists could, like, double dig this, I guess, in order to beat us to this hex. Which would be really obnoxious, to be honest. It would slow us down a good bit, but it looks terrible for alchemists, so if alchemists do terrible things and basically kill us in the process, sometimes that happens. Absolutely have to start at D5. Yeah, I do think alchemists have to start here. Like, this is... Like, if alchemists lose this hex now, alchemists can never access any of these 3 blacks. They have such slow expansion. They have terrible town answers. They probably never get down over here. It's rough. Now, Alchemist not starting here is actually awkward for Team Nomads, because now I don't know who's ever going to be on this hex, because I don't really care about it, to be honest. I guess I could, like, these 3 hexes could still be an awkward Sanctuary town too, but I don't really care about it, so we'll see. But E7 ruins Alk's game, but also makes Nomads way more likely to go Spade and take D7 first move. Yeah, the fact that Nomads don't have a neighbor for upgrading at D4 does not give them a lot of options here. So we'll see. I'm also curious if the Chaos player is going to be bold and just go for the center and see if it works, but we'll find out on that front shortly. I am still curious what pass tile I get. If I somehow get this tile, it's the best case scenario, but worker power is fine. The slight downside, well, worker power I think enables us to double dig, and maybe we can open stronghold dwelling temple. Is that possible? This is 8 workers, 9, 10 workers, 13 workers. So we're going to have 13 workers if we take worker power. And then we need 4 coins, 8 coins is 12 coins, 3 coins is 15, 6 is 21. We have 20. So I think we could open Stronghold, Temple, and 1 dwelling and have a free hex. The problem with the free hex is I think it has to be like here. So it's possible we just single dig, actually. We do wind up getting worker power because it does go Spade, big building as expected. I will take worker power. Opening Stronghold, Temple, and 1 dwelling is pretty good here, I think. So yeah, if you get the 2 workers, Stronghold Sanctuary is quite doable. So if I had got this tile, I agree it's doable. Without that tile, it's rougher. But okay, yeah. Stronghold Sanctuary would be the dream opening here. Absolutely agreed. And that's partly why I wanted that tile. Because if I get to upgrade pretty early, and I'm expecting a lot of leech, so I could have opened it. Now, the question is, can I still open it, actually, though? I'm trying to think about it. If I expect to get enough leech, I still just need a worker's power action, a coin's power action, and a 3 power to a worker conversion, which is potentially doable. It depends a lot if nomads are actually going to come. Regardless, I'm going to try to maximize leech here. I might lose double dig by doing this, which could get awkward, but I'm okay with it, I think. Basically, this gives double dig to alchemists, but alchemists don't have a good spot for it. Except, again, they might double dig here. Oh, God, I can't trust... Why did they have to start here? God, it's so bad. Whatever. Yeah, screw it. I'm still just going to risk it. We'll see. I'll be right back. Hey, buddy. Hi, can you get good wool? Thank you. Act 6 is pretty good. Forgot conversions. Oh, I left without converting because I was waiting for other people's power. Yep, that was great. Oh, well. The problem is I had to wait for them to accept. I do think it's weird that it asks for conversions until after other people have leached. I guess it's important for cultists that it goes that way is probably why. But you think alchemists are probably opening stronghold? I agree. I would expect alchemists to just go stronghold because that's what kind of mediocre players are likely to do. But we'll see. Nomads do go for the center, which was kind of what we thought they would do. At this point, I think it's very probable that we're getting so much leech that we can open Stronghold Sanctuary. I don't think there's any good reason that we don't get enough to pull that off. Now, the bigger question is if we can get all the power actions we want in order to pull that off. That's much less clear, but we'll see what happens here in a sec. I expect Alchemist to double dig. I would like them to double dig here and just try for a stronghold town on these hexes. I actually think that's a reasonable option for them this game. But again, who knows what's really happening. If double dig comes back to us, I'm gonna have to seriously consider it. I basically have to commit here in a second to how I'm actually opening, and I don't obviously have answers yet. I would love to open Sanctuary because that's double priest production. It gets me all my like victory point stuff. It gets me another 5 points on the track I wasn't expecting. It sets us up to abuse this during the game for scoring. So it would be really good. Alchemist does just take a priest. That gives us the option to double dig here. The question is, if I take coins, do we get workers back? And if we get workers back, can we still get away with a sanctuary? We need 3 workers, which means we need, to pull this off, we need 11 power. We are currently only like a couple leech short, and we have all the leech coming in, so like it's pretty guaranteed. We just basically have to take this power action and this power action, and then we have to convert 3 power to a worker, so we're gonna have to burn a little to make it happen. If I take these right here, do I wheel workers? Chaos don't need the workers. Nomads don't have the power for them. So the question is, do alchemists take workers? The answer is we don't really know what alchemists are doing. We just know they wanted the priest. I guess I can take coins, and with everybody else upgrading, or at least pretty soon to upgrade, I at the very worst will probably wheel double dig. And then I can just go back to the double dig life, and that's fine because I still can just settle for that. Yeah, I think that's what we do here. I think I can settle for double dig. Right? Double dig's a great action usually too, but how bad does Act 4 hurt us if we don't get workers back? Yeah, exactly. That was the question. And I think the answer is it doesn't hurt us like at all. It hurts us if we somehow don't get double dig and we somehow don't get workers, but I don't think that's a realistic outcome. I think we get one of them back. And so yeah, I think we're fine. We see Earth 1, Fire 1 from Chaos, very expected. Nothing surprising there. They're still just gonna go. Nomads do start upgrading by us, very expected. We are getting slightly less leech than we could be if we just had our stronghold down already, but to be honest, getting 2 for 1s versus 3 for 2s is totally fine here with how much leech we're getting. So I'm okay with this. I do take workers next action, I think. Yeah, I just take workers now because workers will allow us to open Stronghold Sanctuary, I'm pretty sure. It's still going to involve us doing some annoying conversions, so the part of the... Okay, we get more power here. That's kind of convenient. I was going to say, we're going to have to burn slightly more power than I probably want to, but... Probably. It's still worth it, right? The thing is, see, I could get greedy because I know I'm getting at least a bit more leech, so I could go Stronghold right now. But the problem is there's so much power here, and there's not much for him to do besides take workers. Yeah, so be it if we have to burn a bunch, right? I guess the coin count is also something I really want to be sure of, because I might need to burn for coins, too, to pull this line off. I'm not actually sure. So let's figure it out. We're spending 8 more coins, and then it would be 6 and 8 more, so that's 16, 22 coins. Okay, we actually have 22 coins. And then it's 5 more workers, 10 more workers, 13 workers. So it is just the workers action and a 3 power to a worker conversion to pull this off. So yeah, let's do it. Why not? We've definitely paid a lot of points for this position. We'll be curious how that works in the end, but it's good times. We do see Sanctuary right away. Makes enough sense. We are getting to take lots of 2-for-1s. I think taking lots of 2-for-1s might actually be better for us than lots of 3-for-2s. But I don't know that for sure, but... I am curious if nomads are going to single dig or if they try to wait and see if they get double dig this game. Wow, they are opening stronghold. Well, fuck me. Okay, team. So this just made the stronghold line quite a bit more risky. There's a much better chance that we're going to get cut off. Although, actually, nomads should take this hex almost certainly if they're allowed to. But this is just bad for them. What is this? I don't... Okay, as usual, I should try to explain. I think this is bad for nomads because I've said priest production I think is very valuable in this game. I think they just did a 3 power to a worker conversion, and now they don't even have the resources to build another dwelling. They're going to just sandstorm something and not be able to build it. I don't think I like this, but their sandstorm does enable them to threaten a hell of a lot now, so I'm curious what they're going to hit. If they take C4 from us, it's definitely a bit of a bummer, but I guess we survive. The tough part about surviving for us is that this sanctuary town still looks pretty safe, but I really want a 2-town. And so if I sanctuary town and I have an abandoned stronghold, where is the other town going? And I don't have a good answer for that yet, so we'll find out. How often do swarms burn down to 6 just to double dig? Correct. Being on 8 power tokens is totally fine. I just prefer to keep more if I'm allowed to. I don't think this was happening because it's a bad line. And yeah, I do think it's a bad line as well. But nomads 100% need to take the workers. Yes, I think so. They do build it next round to get 2 victory points, but correct. Gray absolutely understands the math here. A lot of people, I think, make that mistake of delaying their actions just to try to get more points in the next round. And economy, as I've tried to like repeatedly show on these streams, like economy in Terra Mystica snowballs, I think, way more than most people expect. So anyhow, doing this upgrade gives nomads the power they need, probably. They can do a worker to power conversion. I did forget we were going to give them even more. Swarm or Alchemists did take this hex and are looking to go through this stuff, so that makes sense. I expect nomads are going to just blitz through here now, to be honest, but oh well. It just means we get even more leech, right? So, oh well. But I think nomads, like, if nomads do another 3 power to a worker conversion just to build another dwelling, I don't know. I think it's just too many inefficient uses of their power early. Doing, like, I'm doing 3 power to a worker and I don't love it, but it's because I get a really powerful sanctuary out. They did it to get a stronghold out, but I don't know. Partly why I don't know, again, is I just think priests are so good here. I think if they go temple for Earth 1 is a lot of points. They now can just advance ship, and they can reach, like, this hex and this hex. I don't think they needed their stronghold yet in order to get more hexes this game. Now, the upshot is they're going to have a ton of hexes this game. And they get to really threaten other people. So, we'll see how much that pays out. Chaos did the very typical stuff, by the way. I was expecting that. I would expect Chaos are going to try to just bridge and build a dwelling and maybe dig next round, but we'll see. Everybody wants this tile now is the other really sucky thing about Nomads doing this. Alchemists already wanted it. Chaos are happy to take that. Nomads are happy to take it. So I don't know how much we're going to get on this tile throughout the game, which is... It is unfortunate because that's just the best... That's the best tile in the game for us, but... Stronghold is dead town-wise. I mean, probably. I don't know if nomads are going to take this, but I kind of assume they're going to. But we'll see. Without temp ship, I might be able to beat nomads to B7. So I do agree that if nomads are going down this line and have no priest production and stuff, I don't know how fast they're going to come here, and so I agree. My second town could still just be up through here, and I could just have an abandoned stronghold, have a sanctuary town here, and have another town here. But the problem is I don't really know when I'm going to get to B7, but I guess I don't know when nomads are going to get there either anymore, so we'll see. How much power do I typically want split up between bulls? I mean, I I mean, more power tokens is always better, especially for Swarmlings. Swarmlings, by the end of the game, each of their trading posts produces 2 power, and their stronghold produces 4. So, like, it's not in the later rounds. I'm going to be producing like 10 or 12 power, and I might be passing on to pass tiles that produce even more. And so, in order to even accept 15 power income, you have to have at least 8 power tokens. If you're only at 6 power tokens, you tend to just like waste a couple of resources because you literally can't earn them, which is fine. It's not like that big of an inefficiency, but it's nice. And yeah, Ghostly's cheeky answer is great there. But so anyhow, partly why I was trying to like figure out like if you burn down to 6 power tokens in the beginning with Stormlings just to take double dig, it's totally fine. But it is costing you slight efficiencies down at the end because you're not going to be able to make use of all your power income. So if you're able to like actually manipulate your opening such that you don't have to, that's a good outcome. We do get a little bit of luck here. We're going to get to pass for the Spade tile. And the Spade tile is definitely the best pass tile for us that wasn't 8 victory points. Because we absolutely need a Spade next round just so that we can build stuff. But Nomads aren't building next to us, so we are going to have to do a conversion here, but that's okay. We've already said that repeatedly. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was I about to do? This is free. This is why we pay attention to what we are actually clicking on. Yep, thanks, Crix, for trying to remind me and save me. I have 2/3 of the priests in the game. Correct, I do have 2/3 of the priest production in the game, which is absolutely absurd. I'm going to get to do a lot on the cults, and I'm just going to get to do other stuff. We get the Spade, like I say, which is absolutely great for us. We're gonna just take water 1, air 1. We could go for economy, but we're not trying to win this game on economy. We're just gonna get our points. We do gotta convert 3 power to a worker, and we get off our stronghold sanctuary open. The air 1 is actually really convenient here because it gives us an extra worker as well. So it does actually help us economically, which is kind of fun. More than kind of fun, it's actually great fun. And anyhow, the Spade tile is great. I need to Spade something next round just so I can build a trading post for free. So I need a Spade, I need 2 workers, which I have, I need 3 coins, which I'll have. Like, the Spade tile is everything we need, and it allows us freedom to do other stuff. So it is going to be hard for us to get onto the stronghold tile this game, but the trading post tile should be pretty safe for us until later in the game. I expect I'm going to make 3 ships this game just so that I can eventually take the ship tile. So I'm curious what Chaos do here. Taking a priest action wouldn't surprise me just because I think priests are very valuable. Our opponents do have lots of power, so it'll be curious how they use it. I potentially should take this hex with our first action. I don't think alchemists actually want this hex, but again, I don't trust players. Alchemists might want this just so they can race up here, and it's really awkward for us if alchemists take this and race up here. It gets really ugly. If we're allowed to this round, I would like to take a coins power action or a priest power action. I think I ignore every other power action I'm offered. I want to send priest to earth is the most important priest, but I'm kind of expecting that alchemists or chaos will wind up doing that. I'm happy to send priests to any 3 spots here. A priest to water is the next best thing probably because it just gives me more priests back, and I'm still happy to just produce a lot of priests this game because I think I want to not only contest cults a lot, but I think I do want to advance ship 3 times and advance dig twice this game just for victory points. So we'll see. Remember your hot Swarmlings tip. Yes, I thank you Gray and Crix. That is a great tip. You think the start is fine. There will be a second town opportunities later with shipping. Yeah, so I do agree with that too, Crix. The truth is, if I'm gonna advance ship 3 times anyhow, and alchemists are like not up here at all, I can later probably like just carve out a town spot during round 5 or something, and like I'll get a second town somehow. It's slightly more awkward than I want it to be, but it's not like game breaking. Even like these hexes actually look pretty safe from Swarmlings, or Alchemists might eventually come through here, but it's possible I beat them into like this area for a town or something too. Like, it'll work. Opening Stronghold Sanctuary is just quite strong. We're not even that many victory points behind. There's all the past victory points we want. We've established a good like stuff from this. We see double dig from nomads. I cannot stress enough how terrible I think that is. Terrible might be a strong word, but it's really bad. It's bad because the whole point of the stronghold is that it helps you get hexes. Double dig gets you more hexes, but you don't need more hexes right now. You need like everything else. You need priests, you need coins. And investing all of your power into more hexes, I think, is the opposite of what you need. But we'll find out. I mean, it looks like nomads are going to rush a town at this point or something, but oh well. I'm going to take this hex. I still don't trust alchemists. I don't even know what they did. They took another priest. I don't know what they're doing with all these priests. They might be sending them to some of the cults we want, but I don't know. I just really don't want to lose this hex. I think it's too annoying, so. Stronghold and Sanctuary start is usually very good. Yeah, I agree. It was a little awkward because we had to do it with the worker power pass tile, which meant that we had to do a 3 power to a worker conversion to make it happen. But that wasn't that inefficient. You know, it's definitely unfortunate because it didn't come with 8 extra points. Like this tile would have been better like power wise. We'd have slightly more resources currently than we do, and it would be 8 points better, which is the huge part, but it's still quite good here. Getting on this tile is going to be a real fight for us this game, though. We really want, like, everything about this tile is what we want. We want workers. We want points. But we'll see. Nobody's taking coins yet, which is kind of surprising. Alchemists are taking workers. It looks like Alchemists might just be advancing dig, which is a pretty early advanced dig, but it's actually kind of fun here. I kind of like it. I'm really curious how this works for them, because they can even abuse digging scoring next round and just get out quite a few dwellings. So this is actually cool. This is looking slightly better than I thought. I mean, no Earth 1 is still questionable and no priest production is questionable, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. Double dig wasn't threatened, was it? Double dig was potentially threatened by nomads, but like I don't know why nomads took double dig. I think it's quite bad for them. Nomads aren't getting that much more leech this game either. Again, they're just kind of out of the way of everybody, so like they don't even get much power. They have no coins. They have no coin production. They have 1 million workers. They have tons of hexes to build on, just tons of hexes. I would have taken the coins as nomads in an instant. There's not that many coins on the pass tiles either, right? Like there's some coins just building up on this, and there's a 4 coin pass tile, but like there's no 6 coin pass tile, so whatever. I'm not in charge. Round 3 coin town. Oh yeah, nomads are 100% going for a coin town. That's the only way nomads fix their economy now. They have to go for a coin town. I mean, that's like the whole reason they dug this out so early and aggressively. Like it has to be a coin town. I kind of hate this dig anyhow though, because like this hex isn't good for them either, right? Like they didn't need this hex at all, but I think they really want this hex for connection. So like, I don't know. They do go here. This is good news for us. This makes Chaos's expansion harder. Which is good because I think Chaos are the only other faction where I think I've mostly agreed with what they've been doing thus far. So we do get Priest of Water here. I'm going to take that. If I get a Coins Power Action back, I'm just taking it. Coins Power Action is like the most efficient thing in the game. I still need some coins in order to advance ship and advance dig. Yeah, it's I'm also surprised Chaos didn't just take it there. I guess Chaos wants single dig. Yeah, Chaos wants single dig, so that's why they're not taking the coins. Fair enough. But I think we just get the coins here, which is kind of nutty, but that's totally fine. We're going to have a bunch of power production again. I mean, I want other things, but nomads are out. That's good news. We just take more coins. This other priest being sent to a cult is like tempting, but it's not a necessity. I'm going to make my trading post next, and then it's possible we pass onto this tile. I think alchemists are going to have a very long round though, because it looks like they're advancing dig, and then they're still going to build dwellings. So annoyingly, this tile might not be available for us. If this tile isn't available for us when we pass this round, then we probably want to have a really quick round 3 so we can pass on to it. But We'll have to figure that out in a sec. I'm just going to make my trading post. This other priest probably just goes to air. Air eventually gets us spades, and it also is just another 3-step. I would like to send some priest to earth next round, which is going to mean I don't have that fast of a round. I also think I want to just take the 2 key town next round, right? I want to single dig here and make set up for 2 key town. Alchemists are also just doing the digging stuff that we thought. They might be done because they can't build another dwelling, so they might pass. So if they pass, that'd be pretty awesome. We produce 6 power currently. If I send this here, that's 9 power. That means I'm going to waste a power, but a 3-step is worth it. I guess I could take this 3-step, but the 3-step on air is probably more important and better. I'm not even sure who's going to send a priest to fire next round, so we might just get that one too. CM are the main competition? I think so. I mean, admittedly, Nomads could beat us to the 2 key town, by the way, which would be annoying, but it doesn't look that good for them. And I think they need a coin town worse, but we'll see. I mean, Nomads are doing some things, but I'm not that worried about it because I think their economy is kind of rough, and I don't think they have the right point scoring favors, and we'll see. I think 2 key town is great for us, as it usually is for Swarmlings. I think it gives us great cult points. Chaos will annoy us slightly on the cults, but it's fine. Chaos are passing here. We hope that Alchemists pass. And that we can just get onto the same point tile. And then we hope we get single dig or double dig next round. I also totally miscalculated power. What was I talking about? We're not going to be overpower at all. I don't know what I was talking about. You can ignore with the ravings of the madman. This priest air was totally fine. But yeah, I can hold 12 power income. Thanks. Gray is correcting me now. I'm looking. Yeah, my power math was screwy there. I don't know what I was thinking, so sorry. I definitely just mucked that up. They do pass. That's huge for us. Getting out of this tile is so key. That was a big break for us. We don't have to have we don't have to try to have a short round next round either. We can have like a long round, which is great because I think we want a long round. We want to build this. We want to upgrade. We get 2 key town. We have a ton of power. We're going to want to send priests somewhere. We might want to do other stuff. It's all sorts of good. It does look like we potentially have the resources to advance ship and consider advancing dig in order to beat Nomads up to these hexes in round 4. Because I literally don't know when Nomads are going to have the coins to justify advancing ship. So Chaos are going to get the 2 key town. Oh yeah, I see. Chaos can build 2 more dwellings to get the 2 key town in front of us. Yeah. Okay. That's unfortunate, but we just take 8-point towns then. We get 6 more points directly. We're still gonna have a pretty good cult game on 2 cults. I'm not sure it's that big of a difference. It's definitely sad, but you're right. They are gonna wind up beating us. But I guess you can't have everything, right? But this is going pretty well still for us. We really do want one of these spade power actions, but Nomads and Alchemists can't take them. It does look like Chaos are just going to single dig, so we get double dig. The problem is I don't need double dig. That part's awkward. I guess I just hit Nomad's Hex if they don't build on it, which is nutty. I don't really want to, but I also don't want to just 3 worker dig. I guess I could consider advancing dig, but I will accept a 3 for 2 here, right? Yeah, I may as well. If you don't get 2 key town, I think we should upgrade ship and double dig. Yeah, I think that might be the play. I'm even debating if we just advance dig, and yeah, Chaos are just going for the 2 key town, so we're just letting them have it then. I mean, we can't. I mean, they're gonna get it anyhow. But I don't think we pressure them. Is my point. I don't think I immediately go here then, because yeah, I don't. Well, do Alchemists have shipping? No, Alchemists don't have shipping. So I think I just take another Coin's power action, right? Or no, because then I can't double dig. Okay, slight trickiness here. I mean, I can just hard dig and build this dwelling. It's not great. It's not the worst idea I've ever had. I could try to take coins and wheel workers, and then I could advance dig and build it. My instincts are just to keep taking the coins from the table and punishing the table as a whole for not value. Like, as long as Chaos are going to value a single dig above taking coins, I kind of want to. I guess I can't really punish. Chaos have so many coins coming in. Actually, their economy's still quite good. Giving up my ability to double dig is definitely a bit questionable, especially when alchemists are going to start threatening this hex any second. I might have to just hard dig this hex, which kind of sucks, but I think it's okay. I don't think anybody else wants the workers' power action. I guess alchemists want the workers, but I might get them, and if I don't think it's that big of a deal this round. I think the coins still represent just too much. Just upgrade ship first. Yeah, it might be right. But, oh, it is the digging round. I did forget that it was the digging round. The fact that double dig came with 4 points does actually change the math on what I was just doing. That was probably wrong. Yeah, probably wrong. But I did it. It's too late. Small mistake, probably. It's not going to cost us that much, but it's definitely a bit of an issue. We're definitely just nomads are just getting killed by not being able to take coins power actions. It's really hurting them. Chaos are able to generate enough coins off cult events coming up that they're going to be okay. But this priest of fire is kind of tempting still too. Forgot that was there, but it's okay. We don't have the workers to justify this because of the 4 points. Yeah, correct. The fact that double dig came with 4 points is actually pretty critical to the math here, I think. I think I'm correct to go down the line I'm going down if it wasn't a digging round, but I should have remembered that came with came with extra points. But oh well, I did it. It's too late now. Better for the long run not to put power into spades. Correct. So that's probably always my issue. This is where again like tempo over efficiency and some other like I don't know. I'm trying to be a little too efficient and fancy by just putting all my power into advancing dig and never having to take spade power actions anymore. Because once you advance dig, spade power actions aren't actually efficient anymore. So, oh well. Chaos does just finish the town. I'm assuming it's 2-key town. I would be really surprised if it's not. They have a good cult game going and they do just do that, so it makes a ton of sense. They don't send Priest of Fire first, which allows us to send Priest of Fire at least, which probably gets us like second place on that cult pretty easily. So I'm tempted to just send Priest of Fire as my next action. But Alchemists are probably digging this hex next, which means I think... Yeah, they are. I think that means I just take this. I think I still accept this power for this round, but I think I'm basically done accepting anything beyond 2-for-1s after this. I guess I can't quite double dig now. Yeah, that's unfortunate. How much do alchemists want this hex? I don't know how much alchemists want this hex, so we could get risky. The problem is, if we lose this hex, we're kind of losing out on our other town dream. So I think I suck it up, and I just do the hard dig I was talking about. Yeah, this sucks, but this is what I did to myself. There is a weird chance that I wind up advancing. I might advance ship and wind up double digging yet this round anyhow, um, because it is so many points, and we could beat nomads to this hex. So we're gonna get 3 workers when we form the town. Is the idea, right? Because the swarm leads, as soon as we make a town, we get 3 workers. Um, so it's possible we're gonna get double dig still, but Chaos might wind up just taking it too because they're gonna get power soon. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Don't trust them. Yeah, I think not trusting Alchemist is the right play. I think Alchemist would take this hex if we allowed them to. And I think it makes our life really awkward, where currently I think our life is pretty good, actually. Again, nomads are like just not pressing anywhere where we care yet. They did have to take a coin town, which is what we thought they were going to do. I'm just not worried about them. Chaos does wisely take the 3 spot on fire, so they do their job, which kind of expected. Alchemist does take workers, also kind of expected. Chaos can double dig now, but they don't really have anywhere to put it. But they might just do it because it is points. The question is if we should advance ship here just so we can double dig this hex, even though we can't build on it yet. We can build on it later this round. I think Chaos's next move is not double dig. Oh, we can't double dig yet anyhow. I guess... Yeah, I don't know what really matters here then. I kind of want to send a priest or 2 to Earth because they just are so many coins and we still have extra priests. I think that's actually the next move here. Alchemists presumably are making a trading post just to get a town here. I'll send priest to Earth here. Yep, I don't know. I definitely mucked this round up. The chat is absolutely correct. I should have advanced ship and then wheeled double dig. That was the best line. So I'm pretty sad that I actually kind of missed that and forgot about the fact it came with 4 points. Because yeah, I did throw away the best line, but oh well. Nomads does another trading post upgrade. I don't really like it. I do agree that Nomads really needs the coin income, but Chaos does just pass for the ship tile, which is totally fine, but it does mean that we are getting double dig this round still. So that part is actually pretty cool because we will beat Nomads up here now. So we do have our easy second town location at least. So that part's really nice. Alchemists hopefully will pass before us and we get this tile, although I guess Nomads might want this tile, but this is the best pass tile for us now. But we'll see what happens. Nomads just accepted a 5 for 4 here. Makes enough sense. They really need the power, but not getting coins power actions is, I think, just killing Nomads. But I guess we just form our town now. We want one of the 8-point towns because we're still doing pretty well on cults. We'd like to make sure we win 2 cults and probably get 2 seconds yet this game or something similar to that. So even without the 2 key town, I actually don't think I don't think losing the 2 key town's particularly bad for us here, to be honest. Although admittedly we don't really have enough priests to defend cults, so Chaos might wind up just building. Chaos are definitely building another temple next round, right? But they should take. Chaos presumably does just take like water 1, air 1, but Chaos might eventually beat us on air. We don't have that many priests to send to cults. It might be wrong to send another priest to Earth here. It does come with 2 more coins, which is nice, but Chaos are always closing out Earth on us. So it might be better just to defend air and try to lock up air and water for victory points. I have taken so many coins power actions, so it probably is wrong. It does look like we get to stall out Alchemists because Alchemists aren't delaying their digs here. They're just sinking. Yeah, so they're going to pass. So we are going to get this tile. So the pass tiles are really in our favor this game, which is great. We're going to advance ship here. And then I think I am going to priest to air. I think defending 2 priests to Earth and Earth 2. Yeah, I'm not doing that, but that is, I guess, that is another option. But that's obviously very bad. Trying to win just 4 points on Earth here is not worth the fight. We have so many other ways that we're making victory points right now. Actually, it's totally fine. We're passing for 11, which is great. We're about to get 4 more directly. We have quite a good cult game locked up. We're at least getting 6 more trek points, which is not a lot, to be fair. Our opponents are going to get more. I'm not going to build a temple next round. But I hope they get another pass tile next round, which I think is pretty likely. I think next round is where I'm going to have a very fast round. Ooh, they are trying to stall us out, aren't they? Oh, but they still can't, right? Because they maybe could. Them stalling us out is a bit annoying, although this tile is really good for alchemists. I don't know. Maybe they just want a priest somewhere. I'm going to send priest to air. Yeah. I mean, the earth priest is fun, but we honestly have a... Well, do we have that many coins? I don't know. We don't have that many coins. But I don't have that many extra priests that I want to be sending to the cults. Because I really want to start using them for upgrades and stuff. So I think I should just make sure I can win air in case that comes up. Yeah, I think that's good. I think next round potentially is going to just be like build a dwelling and a trading post. I hope alchemists pass with their next action. In fact, I guess they should. And even if they don't, I just double dig here and then I at least can, I don't have to build. I can build as my next action. Yeah. So we get 4 points here. We use our power a bit inefficiently, which I obviously was trying to avoid, but this turned out okay. It wasn't probably as good as it could have been, but this is pretty good still. We're going to build this dwelling as our next action, and then we're going to get to pass onto the trading post tile. The stronghold tile is going to be open, so that's where I want to have that fast round next round. I don't want to take a lot of actions. I want to only take like 1 or 2 actions and be able to pass right back onto this thing, because it's really that good for us. So we'll see. I think most of our opponents should have longer rounds, but I do think we're going to have to build on A8 next round. I wish we had just 1 more worker right now, because building on A8 right now would be really good, but we don't, so and that's okay. Our points are doing quite well here. We're up to 53 after round 3. We still have quite a few coming in. The one kind of tricky thing is we only have 1 priest that we can earn, but I think I'm just going to wind up converting a priest to a worker here. I think the game plan is build a trading post, build a dwelling. I'm building the dwelling just because I'm concerned nomads are going to get up here. Although I guess how are nomads going to get up here? They literally like can't earn a priest, and they finally can take a coins power action if they want to. And they do take coins. Chaos are clearly advancing ship twice and trying to like get here. Alchemists, I guess, are our only threat here. After alchemists build a temple, they don't really have a lot to do, and so they might just pass onto this tile. Which, if they do that, that just sucks, but it's reasonable for them to do it. So I think we're essentially racing them for that tile. Which maybe I only have to take 1 action here. I'm going to have to seriously consider this. The threat is nomads somehow get up here in Sandstorm A8. But I guess even if they do that, we still have these hexes to build on. And we probably get them because I just don't think nomads should care. Build 8, free trading post pass. We only lose 1 priest. Correct. I just convert a priest to a worker, which is totally fine. It's not that big of a deal for us. They'll just bridge over to make me miserable. Yeah, so I have been worried about that, right, Gray? The big threat is they could bridge just to make me miserable. But it looks like they need a bridge over here more, you would think. But what do I know? But I think I can leave A8 hanging. I think it's fine. But I honestly think alchemists are about to pass. I just, for whatever reason, I just get the sense that that's what they're going to do. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I just have this feeling in my gut that that's what happens. But Nomads probably builds 2 temples. Yeah, I mean, I guess they can build another temple. Then just go for Air 1. There's still 2 copies of Earth 1 this game. Oh my god. What a wacky game. I forgot. I could build a temple for Earth 1. Um, I don't think I will, because part of the problem is by building a temple, I'm losing 2 points on the pass here. But like temple for Earth 1 is actually not that bad. It's not bad at all. Like I get 4 points for sure, and then I get another 6 points for sure at the worst. But yeah, that's way too much leech. But like, how is so? Alchemists are almost certainly going to build a temple for Earth 1, right? Like, there's no way Alchemists shouldn't build another temple here for Earth 1. Which means we do have one more action, so we could get greedy and go here. How certain are we that Alchemists are going to build a temple for Earth 1? I feel pretty confident at this point now that I've paid attention to the fact that there's just an Earth 1 hanging around. But there's also the question of how likely is it that nomads come here? And I think it's just so remote that I think passing here is fine. Earth 1 is for suckers. I mean, I may or may not have an alt account Earth 1 is for chumps that I basically tried to prove that you could win games without Earth 1s. I mean, yeah, these guys are just following my trailblazing potentially. Um, I think I just pass. The other downside is that like chaos might just steal air on me then, but okay. Like I should just build this, right? There's no way nomads are going to disrupt this though. But I guess I don't think there's any way that alchemists are about to pass when they could have a temple for Earth 1. But again, why trust them? Like the one way our game goes particularly bad is if we don't get on pass tiles. Pass tiles are so critical to our success. I don't think this hex is under any threat, and I think pass tile maybe is. So I I think I'm just doing this. Gray, I do think I agree with you. I think the fact that Chaos just got locked out of Water 1 because these other guys rushed Water 1. Maybe not rushed, but they took Water 1 over Earth 1, which makes total sense because there's really no threat on Earth 1 for them. So, um, yeah, I do agree. I think Chaos Magicians are too many points behind now. They have 2 ship, so like they're going to get more dwellings. They will be able to build lots of trading posts in the trading post rounds, but Nomads have cut Chaos off of all of these good hexes that I was talking about. Alchemists do go Temple for Earth 1, very reasonable. Alchemists are getting just a ton of direct points this game. I mean, they're at 74 and they're passing. They're going to be at like almost 80 points at the end of this round. Are they in this game? Probably not still. Their network isn't particularly good and their cults are really bad, but they're not doing that bad either. We have an absurd amount of resources in case you weren't paying attention, which, again, it's just classic me, right? Somehow I have a million resources, but now that they've seen me wait this long, they'd be more likely to pass. Yeah, I do agree with that. It's always a little risky to sit there and like be thinking about what is otherwise an obvious move, so. Hoardlings OP. Yeah, I mean, it's good times. Good times. Um, Alchemists are thinking really long about this though. I guess they're debating. Yeah, they do take Earth 1. I was like, are they debating Air 1? Like Earth 1 is still definitely should be more points for them. They should keep building lots of stuff. I guess Alchemist economy is actually pretty bad. They haven't really expanded that much. So they're going to struggle to build out most of their network. Chaos are going to dig out another town. They're going to offer us a ton of leech here because I do think they're still going to build a temple. I would assume they're going to build a temple for Air 1, and then maybe like Water 2. But we'll see. Chaos are having a big issue this game in that they just have no neighbors. So I don't even know where they're going to have neighbors for their trading post either, which looks really problematic. So I think they're doing quite well on cults. I think they did a lot of the things I would have done this game, to be honest. But I was worried that nomads would rush to cut them off, and they did. And then alchemists are being kind of weird too. I mean, maybe alchemists still come in here soon so that chaos at least have neighbors, but Chaos not being able to build a temple this round for Water 1, I think, is actually what's really unfortunate for them. I think if Chaos had been able to just build a temple for Water 1 to Air 1, I think their game would still be pretty on track. But without that, I think they're in a bit of a tough spot. You think Alchemists are pretty locked for second, actually? Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of warming up to that. I'm not totally convinced. I still think Chaos are doing well enough. I mean, Chaos are passing for decent points here, too, and they have a slightly better economy, and they have better cult points, and they might even be competitive on network yet this game. I guess Nomads are, or Nomads not connected. Nomads are getting cut off here, right? Or oh, Nomads can connect. Nomads connected this way. Or no, but this stuff. I don't know. Networks are really iffy this game. Why is it that every time I play Swarmlings, networks are always really iffy? I think working on Alchemists and the Brown faction this season has a lot of long-term value. Those seem like the most unsolved factions. Yeah. So I personally think Cultists I have somewhat solved. I don't actually find them particularly tricky to play on this map. I think it just involves you. I think it just involves you accepting that you might not like win all the cults that easy because you can't rush early towns, and you need to suck up that you have to do early shipping in order to reach your expansion, and then try to fill in town space later. But I think if you go on that game plan, cultists are pretty good and strong on this map still. But I do think it's a different style. It's a little more economy type focused. I think it's really hard to play cultist as some base map players do, where you basically are just trying to dig your way to everything, and or try to get away with like only one shipping or something. But I'm not totally sure. Halflings on this map are much trickier. The halflings are not fully solved to me. Part of me feels like you also have to ship early as halflings just in order to get your worker economy going, but then I've seen a couple people put together pretty impressive halflings games where they do just dig enough early to get good worker production, and then they're still able to leverage their position from there, which I don't fully understand yet, but I would be intrigued to like continue to explore that and learn more. So I agree, halflings are definitely there, and I agree I should play more alchemist on this map because people put together pretty reasonable alchemist games, and I'm not, not trying to be offensive, but like Renubi's not even rated particularly highly here, so it's likely they're maybe leaving points on the table that they could be setting up for an even stronger game here. But they've put together like a pretty good game as is, and so I do think I need to explore it more personally and just get a better sense, because essentially every time I see Alchemist in the auction, I'm just like, I don't want to touch them at all. And then I've seen some games where people put together reasonable Alchemist games, so I really don't know their valuation, because I essentially just never have any idea how I'm going to play them. And I think it's just comes down to I'm too used to the like heavy coin conversion Alchemists, and getting away with the early shipping and just building on a lot of free hexes. And I think instead you do have to look for a game plan that I think you have to look to dig more early in order to get your worker economy going. And I think you also have to accept that you're not going to... I don't think you're going to see like 17 or 16 structure alchemists as often on this map. I think you have to accept that it's going to be a bit worse than that. But it does look like the ship tile is going to be open at the end of this round. I don't think there's any real way that we have like a fast round next round, though, in order to get onto the ship tile. So it is definitely possible / conceivable that we're going to get completely blocked from past tiles into the final round. But it's only so much we can do. Our next round, I've also been staring at. I have no clue what power action I want to take. I could take another coins power action and just deny them to the table, but I'm not gonna lie, we have a lot of workers, or a lot of not workers. We have a lot of coins already, but continuing to deny coins to the table is still always my instinct. But there are so many coins because of that cult event that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Taking more workers is probably the right answer here. I need a decent number of workers still this game. What I really want is actually a priest, to be honest. I still want more priests this game because I want to advance dig. But I think I take workers, and then I think I advance dig and hope to get another priest power action, is I think how this round is supposed to look for my power usage. As much fun as it is to think about taking more coins, I just don't need more coins this game. I'm going to already convert like 20 coins at the end of the game just to like 7 points, so. We also are going to earn 2 spades at the end of this game that I just don't need. I might need to send a priest to air this round just to close it out. It's starting to look like Chaos are going to beat us on water or air, though. I just don't think I have enough priests to defend both, so I think I'm just going to lose one. But if I take coins, I wheel workers. Probably. I agree that seems likely, but I just don't think I need the coins. I think I need priests and workers. Part of why I need priests, as I say, is like I kind of want to send one to the cults, but I also want to, like, I still need to advance dig twice, and I want to advance ship 2 more times. So I need 4 priests just for that stuff, and then I still would like to be able to have my priest to send to cults. So I still need I'd like 6 priests still this game. I have 3 plus 2 producing, but like, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too greedy for priests, but. I don't know. I think I have plenty of coins this game, and it's fun to deny them to the table, but the other reason that I'm a little okay with the coins going is I'm pretty sure nomads take the coins, and fair or not, I'm not concerned about nomads game. I'm just not worried about it. I don't think nomads are competitive here. They didn't even take a temple for Earth 1 last round, which I guess makes enough sense. They don't really need it, but like they just don't have they're going to build a bunch of trading posts, I guess, and make a lot of points, but wow, they take the priest. Well, there went that theory. Oh, and Alchemist took the coins. I guess that saves Alchemist from doing a lot of coin conversions, but they also look like they need workers more. Chaos are threatening our win on air, so I think this is just a 4-point priest at this point, and that might mean that Chaos are just going to beat us on water. I mean, I guess Chaos want that just because they want the spade, but I can't let them win this cult on us. So we lost out on the power actions there, but oh well. I have no priest in stock. Correct, I knew that. I was always going to take workers and then advance dig and then take a priest power action. I just assumed nobody else wanted a priest, but I would be wrong. I'm not actually sure why nomads want the priest over. I guess they weren't offered the coins, but I don't know why nomads wanted the priest. I guess they're going to advance ship, like, they advance ship once, but I'm not sure why they're advancing ship more. Or, well, maybe it's because they want to try to build this and then dig here, but Chaos are always going to block them from that. There's no way nomads are connecting fully. Like, it's just not happening. But I guess that doesn't mean they can't try. I'm going to build this next action. 5 power priest time. I mean, it might eventually be a 5 power priest this game, but I also don't need priests that badly. I mean, I kind of do, but meh. I mean, at this point, it's also looking like I'm taking a priest town, right? Like, I think I'm going to take well, I might just take an 11-pointer. I don't know. Whatever. This round looks like build this dwelling, advance dig, build this dwelling, make a trading post. Think about passing at that point. I'm expecting that this ship tile will get snagged by somebody by that point, but who knows? I mean, I guess I could go crazy. No, I can't go that crazy. I need to build a dwelling. I need to advance it to a trading post. I need to advance dig twice just because I need to use the priests so that I can re-earn them. Yeah, there's no way around any of that. So just build this. I do need to build a temple next round, just so that I can earn another trading post. That temple is looking likely to just be like water 2 or water 3, just so I can win that cult. But it could be something like fire 3 or earth 3 or something, just to snag another second place. As long as I get like first, second, or like first and 3 seconds, or even like first, second, third, that's pretty good number of points. Yeah, Chaos are going to push us on water. but we can't really afford to respond, so whatever. It's fine. I make this trading post. Chaos did just shut that stuff down, which was pretty expected. Yeah, I mean, this game still looks pretty good for us. We still have another town coming in. We still have one more 6-point trading post. We're still passing for 12. We're still getting 12 points from advancing dig. We're getting 7 points from advancing ship. So, I mean, we're already clearly on the path to like 110-ish. If we get another pass tile, that's like 120. And then our extra resources probably bring us into the 120, 125 range, maybe a little further. We get like 20 points on cults. We're at a 140 to 150 point game. That looks like it's enough. Again, alchemists don't really have that much oomph this game to be building a hell of a lot more. So even though they have a lot of points and they're going to earn quite a bit from these trading posts, they're going to have a really bad network. It is pretty crazy, actually, looking at the networks. Like, there's a chance we are going to wind up building more dwellings in the final round. Actually, wait, there's still a copy of Earth 1 just chilling. Is it possibly right for us not to build this round? Because we could wind up just using our cult spades on this hex. And then I said I need to build a temple next round anyhow. What if we just build temple for Earth 1 and then I build these dwellings? I mean, it doesn't look like anybody can threaten that hex on us. And even if they do, we just take these 2 hexes probably. Or like power through others. I don't think there's really any threat. I guess the question is there any threat on Earth 1? So does Nomads take Earth 1? But Nomads have kind of already passed on taking Earth 1. They could have done it last round. Instead, they've advanced ship. They don't really have the resources to justify favor tiles. I think that's what I'm going to do now. I think I'm advancing dig twice. If I'm allowed to at that point, I'm passing onto this tile. Otherwise, I'm just passing for like whatever tile I can. And then, yeah, I temple for Earth 1 and I build these. We're pretty out of space to expand, but depending on how ugly the networks of other people are, we might consider trying to just eke out a couple more dwellings then. But the problem is all the hexes we can build on are really expensive. We are pretty trapped for building onto our network. But yeah, I guess we can't really think about network. Alchemists at the very least should just build a couple more dwellings and get to like 10 network. Nomads should be at like 10 network pretty easily. Chaos should hit at least 10 network pretty easily. So we can't really dream of hitting 10 network, but that's okay. Chaos are thinking a really long time here. I suspect they're really thinking about just passing onto the ship tile right now. I think that would be fine for them. It's not great, but they don't have a lot else to do. Oh, wow. They use 3 workers to dig that hex. That definitely messes with Nomads a bit, but it does help Chaos reach another hex. So, fine by us. We go ahead and advance dig here. Yeah. Our next move is also advanced dig. At that point, again, I think I just want to pass if I'm allowed to. I'm not sure we will be able to, but I don't totally know what our opponents are up to, so. Hong is saying that was a mistake. Apparently they didn't want to do this hard dig. I'm wondering if they were trying to use single dig. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I guess that's why you have undo on. I mean, I don't love people using undo, but that's what it's there for. So, Alchemist does take a worker town, which suggests to me they want to build another trading post or something. They're already at 96 points. If they build another trading post, that brings me to 102. They pass. They're at 104, and then they still have all of rounds. I mean, they're going to end the game at like 120 points and then get a little bit of network. Maybe a little bit of cults, because Nomads also has done nothing on the cults. Alchemists are doing pretty good. Looks like Nomads are trying to build another town over here now, although they don't really have the resources to do it. I think originally the plan was to try to bridge town or something, but I don't totally know. I mean, Nomads have done pretty poorly this game. I think they've just kind of built up a bunch of little errors, and it's hurting them a lot. But I'm expecting Chaos Magicians to pass pretty soon. I don't think they have a lot of reason not to lock up the ship scoring tile, but we'll see. If they do that, I think I will skip the Earth 1 plan and just kind of slowly dig and build stuff, because getting a pass tile, like if we could get this pass tile in particular, it's really good for us. The Dwelling pass tile, I guess, is pretty meaningless to us. There is this question again of if I should just pass with my next action. I would be wasting a priest again, but I'd be locking up a 9-point pass tile. Which, I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal, but I'm a little sad to keep using priests as workers when I have so many points to be made via priests. But we always said we needed lots of priests this game, and putting 5 priests into cults definitely limits your flexibility, but gotta do what you gotta do in order to make points too. So Chaos is gonna give us the chance to pass here. I think we're supposed to pass. The more I think about it, like locking up 9 points right now, we still will have enough priests to get done what we need to. We're not gonna have enough priests to necessarily send to the cults, but I mean, I think I'm gonna have to just accept that I'm losing some cult points, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I think passing here is just really good. A 9-point pass tile is like everything I could ask for. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Priest to worker. It's possible that 3 power to a worker is maybe correct, but I'll just convert all this power to coins, and we're gonna wind up with a ton of coins, but that's okay. And then yeah, we just pass. Pass tiles are how we make points with Swarmlings. Economy is not really. There is again that like slight risk on this hex, but I just really don't think that's true. I don't see who could get there, so. Yeah, we're gonna enter next round with like 35 coins. We don't have that many workers, but we don't need that many workers. I could take a coins power action at the start of next round, and I probably will, because we just don't have anything else to do. I mean, I guess I need the priest, right? But yeah, maybe I don't do any power actions, to be fair. I might open next round with just advanced dig so that I can wheel the priest power action. Which I might not even wheel it again, right? My opponents want priests, but it might be 5 power priest time. Gray's last comment in the chat might eventually prove true here, but we'll see. Probably got to wait a little bit of time here too while everybody else is figuring out what they're doing, but I'm a little surprised people aren't passing for this tile. Chaos are building more temples. That almost certainly means they're going to lock up. Yeah, they're going to lock out water on us, which that's fine. I don't think that temple's particularly good. They take what? They take fire 2 and water 3. I mean, they essentially just built that temple in order to lock up more cult points, which, okay, but they're not even earning any Air 1 points at all anymore, unless they're going to convert stuff to workers. But so, like, that was like a -2 victory point temple in terms of Air 1. It produces more priests, which I guess they can produce 3 priests, actually, but now they're producing even less coins, so, like, their economy is kind of out of sorts. I guess they could use all this power as coins, but I think that temple might also mean they're not going to get a pass tile. Oh, no, they can't get blocked from a pass tile, but I don't even know if they really want the trading post pass tile. Oh, but I guess they can take the dwelling one right here. So maybe this was good, but I'm not convinced it was particularly good. But oh well. At this point, I'm pretty sure Chaos are out of it. I mean, they have a great cult score, and they're gonna have an okay network, but I'm not too worried. It's between Alchemists and us for the win. We still have another town coming in. We still have quite a few points planned out, and we're already at 89. This is 95, and 7 is 102. The pass is 106. The other pass is 115. The trading post is 121. The town is hopefully 9, so 130 directly. And then we still have okay cults. It's not great cults, but it's probably, let's say it's going to be a first, a second, and like 2/3. That's still 16 points on the cults. That's a 146. And then extra resources probably brings that to like at least a 150. Oh, and actually the Earth 1 temple that we're building is another 4 points. So yeah, I think we're going to be at like 134 after passing with quite a few resource points and pretty good cults. Will be over 150. Alchemists block themselves from a pass tile because Chaos passed there. That's huge for us too. Alchemists got blocked on the pass, which is really awesome. I turned this to blue, which makes obvious sense. And then I have another spade, so I just turned this red to gray. I think hitting Chaos Magicians makes more sense than hitting Nomads. I don't really think either of it matters. So, yeah. I think this round, I do need to pay attention. Nomads still only have 1 ship. Alchemists have 2. Nobody can reach here. Nobody can mess with us. So I think I do take coins first action, but I have to think about it because I really do need priests. But coins are gonna go to nomads otherwise, which is fine. But it really annoys everybody if I just keep taking coins. I do need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 workers. So we have plenty of workers. I do need more priests. So, I mean, it is possibly wrong. But I'll get at least a little power when I build a temple that I can 5 power priest. And I might still get a priest town. So I think this is fine. We probably do need to work on our town, kind of rushing out the town as our next action. Although, do we? I mean, there's 1 town coming in and another town coming in. But any of these 3 towns we're happy with, and even this town is still pretty good. So there's 4 towns that we like. So I don't think it matters, actually. It does look like nomads are going to double dig and at least complete 3 towns. I would assume they're going to connect, but it'll be interesting to see, I guess, if they actually decide to or not. I'm not totally... Oh, alchemists are potentially going to get another town themselves this round if they have enough workers, which they take more workers, which makes sense. We'll see. I think my next action is Advanced Dig, actually. Or no, not Advanced Dig. I should Advanced Ship. Advanced Ship is absolutely mandatory. Advanced Dig is a little bit of a luxury. Advanced Ship is mandatory because of our pass tile. I would like to wield a priest pretty badly here, so we'll see if we get it. I think we get it, but being at 40 coins is kind of hilarious, but we got to take a lot of coins power actions this game. There was a lot of coins and stuff, so Glummy is going for fire too, which makes enough sense. He's going to build another town here still. I'm curious if he is actually going to connect this game or if he's just going to let this network be enough. Clubby takes the 8-point town, which is fine by us. Nope, he undoes it. That's... Oh, because he got too much power or because he didn't like that? I don't know. We'll see. Ultimately, I'm pretty sure this is another win for us here. We'll see. It is the Glumby's taking fire too, and he does still take that town. Interesting. He must just not liked where his power wound up, but yeah. Once again, the towns we care about are still there, so no need to rush on that. Chaos are fighting for network pretty hard, which makes a lot of sense. Alchemists are going to eke out another town, it looks like. Which maybe is worrying. Although no pass tile for Alchemists is still really huge for us here. So we'll see. But they do have a lot of trading posts to build. And those are each 6-point trading posts. So it's pretty good. Anyway, we do Wheel Priest, which is really good. That was very, very important to the plan. I think I just... Oh, no, I don't build Dwellings next, right? Next move is to Temple for Earth 1. Yeah, I need a Temple for Earth 1 here. Chaos presumably needs to just suck it up and build expensive... Oh, Chaos are trying to build 2 towns still. They need to take this hex and then make trading posts. That's interesting. You're templing for Earth 1 before building Dwellings. Correct. That's what I was just talking it through. May as well take Earth 1 as long as it's still just chilling. I mean, I could try to like win more cult points by taking something, but Earth 1 is just like guaranteed points. Also, if Chaos somehow takes this hex, I will block Alchemist Town at this point because I can ship 2 and just dig and build this. I don't think Alchemists are going to give me that chance, but they also don't have a dwelling right now. But Chaos also... I guess Chaos needs to upgrade and then they need to build here. But if we somehow get a chance, I will block this. Oh, except actually I don't have enough resources to block it, do I? I don't have enough resources till I build our town. Okay, I'm not going to block it. It's a pure lie. Absolute lie. I haven't fully advanced digging yet, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this would be 7, 8, 9. So, yeah, I can't actually block it, so whatever. Yeah, we'll just plod along on getting our town now. I'm curious if Chaos can actually get these 2 towns. They haven't advanced dig yet, so they need to single dig this hex. So that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 workers, which I guess they have, and then yeah, they have enough coins. It does look like Chaos are going to get 2 more towns, which is pretty cool. Which does mean that we still kind of do need to rush now for a priest town, which isn't great. They double dig. Curious why they're double digging. I guess just for more network potential. You just dig this hex. Oh, they can't reach that hex yet. They just dig that. Okay. Not sure I totally understand, but that's okay. I'm not looking at their position that closely. I'm assuming Alchemists secure this hex. If Alchemists don't secure this hex, I'm really tempted to come in. I don't totally know how I can afford to, which is a really good argument for... Oh, I haven't even fully advanced dig. Yeah, never mind. I can't do that. It's not a real thing. Don't listen to me. It's a pure lie. I'm just... Instinctually, I want to slightly punish them as I'm able. I mean, Alchemists are still going to like hit 13 network this game, which might win network. And they're going to get another town, and they still have 2 more trading posts potentially. So, it's a lot of points. I think we still beat them, but they're having a really good game. This is really interesting to me too, because I mean, yeah, this is Alchemist without Earth One. So I wonder if that is maybe part of the trick on this map, that you are supposed to just open an early stronghold because you need to do so much digging that the early power helps kickstart your worker economy anyhow. The coins help you reduce coin conversion. You don't have to pay for shipping as aggressively early. Um, I don't know. I mean, I guess we also have to remember Alchemists were also a player that got just an absolute crap ton of leech at the start of this game. And despite CS Junior trying to convince me that Alchemists don't need leech, I think he's just crazy. I think every faction that gets lots of extra resources, you can just snowball in this game so much that it's nonsense to suggest that leech doesn't matter for factions. But um, we're getting in that awkward period where we might get blocked from both of our priest towns. But I just realized I can't make a town yet because I can't earn the priest, so I need to advance ship and then make the town, and that tempo loss could be a trouble here. But nomads are gonna have 8 network. Yeah, I do agree that nomads. Oh, nomads do have 8 network. Yeah, so I do need to just build another dwelling, like here, in order to tie them, and I possibly need to try to build 2 dwellings in order to beat nomads network. Um, so I do agree that snagging a couple network points is part of the plan now, though, because nomads didn't really extend their network very well. So Chaos just never found enough ways to make points this game. Missing Water 1 has been really problematic for them. Uh, but yeah. I need to advance ship so that I can earn a priest and hopefully get a priest town. I could have done another priest to a worker conversion there, and that wouldn't have been the worst thing. But luckily, Chaos doesn't form a town, um, meaning that we get to form a town next. I'm still a little curious what Chaos are up to because they can build one town here, but I don't know if they have enough resources to build this other town, but they really should. They might have to take a coin town, I guess, just so that they can build the other town. Yeah. Uh, Depending on how things go, we might get fancy and throw Chaos Magicians another hex to build on. Um, but we'll see. Hey Robbie, I'm almost done here, so if we're gonna play a Grick after this, I'm totally in. But I got probably 5 minutes till the end of the game, and then you know me, I blab about how the game went for at least 5 minutes after that. So call it 10 more minutes at least. But alchemists, I'm kind of concerned where they're gonna be. They do have a lot of points, and they're doing very well on network. Can Chaos tie or beat Alchemist network? I think the answer is no. I guess I could hit Alchemist network potentially too, but probably not. I will have to see exactly what they do, but Alchemist sending a priest to fire is also going to be pretty annoying for us if they decide to do that, which they probably will. But every swing that they can make against us right now is 4 points. But woo, excellent. Yeah, it's good. I'm ready for a Grick. That'd be good. Timing works great for you. Good. Well, hopefully we can get a crew and other. Hopefully we can get a crew together then for an Agricola right after this. Alchemist is really thinking through this move, which is kind of intriguing to me. I thought for sure they were just going to take a priest town, but they are building their town, so that part happened. They are up to like 130 points, and they're winning network, and they have a couple cults. They're annoyingly close to us. I think because we're getting to snag a couple of network points at the expense of nomads, I think we're still winning, but this game has turned a lot closer than I wanted it to be. Alchemists do only have a couple of priests. They presumably should build another dwelling, just so that they have an edge on network, because Chaos are definitely building at least one more dwelling. But yeah. Our action is definitely to get a priest town. this priest town's quite nice for us because we still want to advance dig one more time, but now we actually have a spare priest to throw to cult, so we can throw like a priest to fire, which hopefully discourages alchemists from ever doing it. But we'll see. Chaos does build another one. I'm still really curious about this dig by Chaos. I think they should have made another hex red so that they gave them, like, make this hex red or something just so they gave themselves another hex to build on. I think this is a slight mistake from them. I think they're supposed to take a coin town here, and then probably, annoyingly, I guess they're going to have to spend priests as workers and make, they take a power town. That's fine too. I'm not sure that's better than a coin town here, but I guess they're pretty equivalent, so. I would have liked to see Chaos figure out a way to build another dwelling, but I guess I don't think they're going to get to. So Alchemist definitely should build one more. That's where I said I was going to dig a hex for Chaos, but I don't even think digging a hex for Chaos is going to do enough. But we need to, advance dig. I need to build one dwelling just so I can tie nomads on network. I'd like to build 2 dwellings, but after I advance dig and I dig and build a dwelling, I don't have enough workers to dig and build another dwelling. So I think I just get to 8 structures, but still taking 3 network points is pretty good here. And because I did wind up with Earth 1 this late, even the dwelling is totally fine to build. It's not hurting us. We will still have, I don't know, like 15-ish coins at the end of this game. So we do have like 5 extra points baked up there too, which is pretty nice. So all in all, still pretty strong stuff from us. But yeah, Alchemist does go ahead and build that. The problem is they have 2 priests, so I kind of expect they are just going to send 2 priests to fire, in which case we shouldn't even fight them on fire at all. So I do think I'm supposed to just delay for now on committing to where our extra priest is going to go. It's possible we're just going to get no points on fire track, and Alchemist might just send or they might just send 2 priests to fire, which I think is fine if that's what they decide to do. Chaos Magicians had a water 2 step to just get 3 power. That part's good news for us. Chaos Magicians can now build the trading post, and they still have, depending on what town they take, they would still have enough stuff to build another dwelling. They just don't have a hex, but we could give them a hex. Oh wait, well yeah, they will have a dwelling in a sec, but I guess Alchemists always have the option to build another dwelling themselves. Maybe Alchemists do just build another dwelling, just so they don't have to worry about it. Though they don't have Earth 1, right? Oh no, they did wind up with Earth 1 at the end here, finally. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I guess Alchemists are at like 127 points, and then the outright win network is 18, and then they have 5 cult points roughly by the time they're done. So that's 23 more points. They're at 150. 150 is pretty good. We end this game with, we have, what do we got left? We got a 2-point dwelling, and then we pass for 4 is 6. We pass for that is 9. So 15 more points is 136, 144, 148, 152. Some resources is 157. So, oh, and then network. We're at 160. Okay, yeah, never mind. We still won. We have a really good Swarmlings game here. But Alchemist did really good stuff. I really do need to explore Alchemist on this map more. I wasn't even sure their economy really made a ton of sense throughout here. I wasn't absolutely convinced in some of what they were doing. And yet they still have the opportunity here to end at, they could still end at 15 network with Earth 1 and Water 1 and just a ton of points from the past and stuff this game. So Alchemist does decide to send Priest to Earth, which is just almost certainly the wrong call because that just ties us instead of surpasses us. But that's good news for us if they're making slight mistakes. I go ahead and build this hex. Alchemist probably should actually advance ship one more time. They don't really need to, but it's at this point they have, well, I guess it's not that useful of a conversion for them. I mean, it's 4 points, but I don't know, I guess, how good that is. But we'll see where they send their priests. Right. Chaos Magicians decide to use 3 power for a worker right here, which I'm assuming means that they're not going to have the resources to build another dwelling, even if we give them a hex. But we'll have to see. If they have enough resources to build another dwelling, I will dig a hex for them. Because knocking 3 points off Alchemist score is really good. They do take a coin town. That suggests that they're going to advance ship. Oh, they have to advance ship, don't they? Or no, they're already connected. Oh, they are connected. So they should build a dwelling if we give it to them over building or advancing ship. Because the dwelling is 2 points plus the pass. It's already a 3-point dwelling. But it's also 3 more points on network. So I think this is a situation where we get to be fancy and we turn this hex to red. And hope that Chaos Magicians see that we do it and they build on it. The only reason to do it is because it might be costing us a resource point. We're out of things to do, right? Yeah, we're done. We are done. But we send 8 priests somewhere, but we currently have 17, 18 coins. Yeah, I think it's okay. I don't think we're costing ourselves a resource point by digging. So I think we throw Chaos Magician's red hex here at the end. Unless Alchemist just builds a dwelling. The responsible thing for Alchemist to do is just build one more dwelling, and then there's no hijinks. But they do just decide to send Priest to fire, which we're just going to pass them on anyhow. Alchemist doesn't have enough power here to make a worker, right? Or they do have enough power to make a worker. Okay, so we can't actually get that fancy because Alchemists have a free hex still. So even if we give Chaos Magicians a hex, Alchemist will just build one more dwelling. So we just send our Priest to fire here. Which again, like, it's still really good news for us that Alchemist threw this Priest to Earth, because they should have just sent another Priest to fire. So they cost themselves a couple points and gave us a couple points. So that was a good break in terms of mistakes for us. Chaos does just advance ship. Alchemist passes. I think we now pass. We have nothing to do. Yeah, we just have some resource points, which is always the plan here. But we get to pass. We end at 136 plus some resources. We actually wound up tying for third on network. We still wound up with a first, second, tied for second, and a third. It's pretty good cults. Losing the 2 key town definitely hurt us a bit, but it wasn't really that big of a deal in the end here. It cost us some cult points, but because we just got 6 more points at the time, just not a huge problem. And yep, Stronghold Sanctuary starts for Swarmlings is just really good. Building a dwelling is net +1. Oh, did I have the ability to build a dwelling somewhere? Oh, I could build this dwelling. I see where. Yeah, sorry, I forgot I had Earth 1. I should just build this dwelling probably, because I have the resources for it. So it turns 5 resources into 2 points, where resource conversion is 6 resources into 2 points. So it is possible I just threw away. It's possible I threw away 1 point. Because I'm ending at 18. Oh yeah, I'm ending at 20. I'm ending at 20 resources, which is only 6 points. Whereas if I ended at 15 resources, it's 5 points. Yeah, so I could have had 7 points with my resources, and I only have 6. Yep, I should have built a dwelling. It's a good call, Gray. As usual, you're right on top of the exact calcs, and I threw away a point this game. We end at 162 here. Alchemists are going to end at 150 after resources. Chaos still did get to 141. Their game was a bit stronger than I thought, I guess. I thought getting out of Water 1 was going to be a problem, but ultimately that was some pretty good stuff for us. We gained another 2 points on our path to Elite, which is pretty nice. That was a nice, smooth Swarmlings game, though. This is kind of classic Hoardlings style. I think abandoned Stronghold Swarmlings are really going to be more of a thing on this map, and just abandoning the Stronghold and doing the otherwise usual stuff works pretty well. The abandoned Stronghold, I think, also gives you a much better chance to actually hit this Stronghold Sanctuary start, because you just get so much leech. You have definite opportunities. Yeah, that was a cool game. As usual, I like to just look at our power actions. We got 4 coins power actions again. So at the start of the stream, I was happy about how we got 4 coins power actions in the game this morning, and we pulled that feat again. So We kind of sucked all the coins and the most efficient power actions out of the game, which is good times. We got a couple workers, extra priest eventually, had an absurd number of coins, which we knew. It's good. We did wind up getting 24 points off the track, which pretty good. 37 off favors. It's a really good thing. We got 31 on pass, so we really were able to hit the pass tiles very well, which was also pretty lucky. Getting 3 on network and 17 on cult is a little lower than Hoardlings often want, but quite good. You wind up with 6 extra resource points. You hit all these upgrades. We did pay a decent bit of victory points to leech, but yeah, this was a slick game that worked pretty how we wanted to. Alchemist still had a really good game too here. I kind of do want to analyze more later what they did, because they had a strong game though still, which is kind of tricky to get on this map. So hopefully there's something there to learn. Otherwise, the main thing I think we otherwise learned this game is that stronghold opening nomads can be rough. You tend to have enough hexes that I think your early power really needs to be used on coins power actions. I think nomads never really leveraging their shipping early for early expansion is kind of a failure of this map stuff. I think digging this hex, this double dig, I think in hindsight looks super wrong, but I get that it connected them down here, but they failed to like connect over to this stuff partly because of it. And I think they could have beat Chaos Magicians through here if they had focused on that a bit more, but I don't know. Ultimately, yeah, that game plan just didn't quite come to fruition, which happens. Chaos played a pretty strong game here. I think their lack of neighbors for a lot of it hurt them. Missing Water 1 definitely hurt a bit. And I'm not totally sold on this second temple for Fire 2 and Water 2 when they took it, because they wound up, I think, not getting any Air 1 points that round, and they produced more priests instead of coins and stuff. So, not sure. But ultimately, that was fun. Hey, Ghostly, thanks for watching and staying around. That was fun. Considering almost all the points lost to Leech were the first 2 to 3 rounds, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I paid pretty much all of these points to Leech right away, so this represents an incredible injection of resources at the start of the game, which is what let me open Stronghold and Sanctuary, and then Sanctuary is producing 2 priests around, and then yeah, the first 2 rounds of the game I wasn't able to hit pass tiles, but then every round after that I got a pass tile, so I was able to hit the big building one twice for 16. I was able to hit the trading post one for 6, and I was able to hit the ship scoring at the end for 9. So timing those passes was pretty important too. But yeah, ultimately that was pretty fun. That was a good one. Thanks Crix and others and everybody, Gray, Ghostly, and whoever was chatting and watching along, and thanks all who just watched and stuff. It's great to just kind of do these and chat and talk some Terra Mystic and whatever, so always a fun time. Glad for those who watch and watch later and enjoy it. I'm heading off for now. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.